What's up, guys? So it's another week in the shop and kind of some interesting news. We changed our schedule over to 410s. So recently what we've been doing is we've been working from 6 a.m. To 5 p.m. Today's Wednesday, so it's our third day trying it out. However, it's been like the hottest week that we've ever had. So Monday we were able to make it, and we just took like a lot of breaks in the air-conditioned office. But then yesterday I was like, all right, this isn't worth it. So at about 3 p.m. we just went home because it was, by about the time we left, it was over 103 degrees in the shop, especially back in my metal shaping corner. So we'll see how far we make it today. It's supposed to be a little bit cooler today, but we're kind of looking forward to having Fridays off and then give us an extra day on Friday if we needed to make up some work or something like that. Right now, this week, Pat has been working on the 66 F-100. It took a little bit of a break for a while there. Kind of where we left off is it runs now. So Pat got everything assembled again. He got it to bark off. And so now he's kind of working on some wiring. So we'll go talk to Pat and see what he's doing right now.
Okay, so this truck here has a 352 with a 4-speed manual transmission. When it came here, everything was the clutch was seized up and everything. So we pulled the engine transmission out of here and basically took it apart and regasketed the whole thing, flushed the block out, and put a new clutch and everything in it. I rebuilt the carburetor that came with it and got it started, but it was leaking pretty good at all the gasket places where they're all mated up. And so we're going to get a new kit and put new gaskets on the bowl and stuff like that to help alleviate that leaking problem. And if that doesn't fix it, well, then we may have to replace the carburetor. But yeah, it starts up. We have an exhaust donut to do, and we've got the radiator here at Portland Swap Meet. It was a heck of a deal. Picked it up, improved the cooling on it. See, right now as you can see, the spaghetti mess coming out of the dashboard. We're replacing all of the wiring in this truck. There's so many patches and bad spots in it, broken wires, and they were all just brittle. So we're going through and I'm separating the wires that go in the different groups that go together in different routing and taking out ones that don't belong, and you know, that whole kind of thing. And then we will go ahead and get this seat frame off to the sandblaster, get it cleaned up, painted up, and get new upholstery put on it. And hopefully in the next couple of weeks, this thing will be going back to the customer with new wiring and a running truck.
Also for that 66 F-100, we got some new, just basically stock style steel wheels for it. We'll put the original style chrome center hubcap on there. And we're gonna paint these kind of like a little bit of an off-white. In fact, yeah, we got the wheel over here. This is our personal project, and the customer saw this paint color that we did on these wheels, and he really liked it. So that'll be the color of the wheels on this truck, which will kind of match the white bumper that the truck has. It's a little sun-baked, so it kind of is starting to develop that little bit of an off-white. So then we'll have nice, shiny, clean wheels, but just a tinge of off-white to kind of match the patina look of the truck that he wants to keep on there. So in the last video, you saw that this wheel well was out of here. Both of them, they're not welded in yet, but I have this one clecoed in, and that's because I've been working on the floor pans here, as you can see. So quite a bit of time with CAD, cardboard aided design, to get them to fit up in here properly. But I have both of the floor pans done and started to work on, I have the template for the back firewall piece that's going to be going in there. Oh, and then also if we come around over to this side, we have a little bit of an extra bar welded in the top here. And so then this will give the firewall piece a little bit extra to rest on the back of. So I have all of this templated out. Probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add another bar that comes down through here, through the center. And most of that is just because this would be a really hard piece to make in one piece and then try and fit it in here. That's the biggest thing. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to make it into two pieces. Also for the fact that when I do my bead rolls, I don't have quite enough throat depth in the bead roller. I'd have enough for half of it, but not quite the whole thing. And then speaking of bead rolls, we can go over here. So we have this squared off bead roll here, and then you can see that this one's a big hole, and I'm starting to work out the corners here. So what we'll end up doing is we'll match this bead roll shape here, and then that'll fit into there. So it'll kind of be like a recessed panel. It'll look the same as a bead roll, but it'll be a removable hole because he has a quick change rear end. And so one of the key things about a quick change rear end is that you take this cover off here, and then you're able to switch the gears around, which you could do that from the bottom of the car. But it'd be nice to have some access to be able to get some gear oil back into the rear end. So he'll have that hole to be able to do all that. Thanks for following along, guys. That's an update on what we've been up to in the shop recently. So like I said, we still got a lot more to do. We need to get back going on the Impala again. And then the F-250, we didn't really have things work out like we thought we were going to as far as getting it to paint. So just a couple more things to tie up on that. That upper piece, it's almost done, but I gotta finish that and then we'll send that off to paint. So we'll see you guys next week.